Turn our attention to another troubled Democrat from Minnesota. Yeah, that one, Representative Ilhan Omar. You know, no matter how hard she tries, the congresswoman from Minneapolis, well, she just can't seem to get out of her own way. And now she's picking a fight with yet another lawmaker in Washington. According to reports, Omar calling for Republican congressman from Florida to be kicked out of Congress, and entirely because of a number of derogatory comments he apparently made during a closed-door House committee hearing in which apparently he attacked mainstream Muslims. Now, among his controversial views, that those Muslims have declared war on America, and that as a result, all Muslim immigrants to America, they should be immediately deported. In response to those comments, Omar has now sent out a mass email in which she calls her fellow lawmaker a disgusting, violent racist who's unfit for office. Furthermore, her message goes on to accuse the congressman of showing his true colors by calling her a terrorist, issuing thinly veiled death threats against her, and making what she calls a plainly genocidal statement. That's a bit of a lofty claim. Now, for his part, the congressman is a first-time representative named Randy Fine, and he says he looks forward to Omar bringing her resolution to the House floor so they can engage in an open debate about national security. He also claims that Omar and her band of Somali scam freeloaders, his words, will do anything they can to stop President Trump from holding them accountable for their schemes, and that if anyone should be expelled from Congress, it's the congresswoman from Minnesota herself. In the meantime, the Department of Homeland Security denying Omar's claim that ICE agents recently racially profiled and pulled over her son in Minneapolis. DHS now says that ICE has no record of that incident taking place at all, and that the congresswoman is merely trying to demonize their agencies as part of some kind of goofy PR stunt. Well, final thought, and this is the News Roundup Lowdown. To quote that fabulous hip-hop group Run DMC, Madam Omar, you be illin'. Hey, Dave, you get the tie-in there? You be Illin and Ilhan Omar?
Well done, Bill. Very well done.
Pretty well done. Every now and again, I get one in. Come on, Omar. You represent Minnesota's 5th District, and not to be outdone by the governor of your state, an enormous amount of fraud has happened in your community. The community you represent, and by some estimations, $250 million has been purloined and or pilfered. With that debacle on your resume and a huge mess to clean up, you're instead going to go after Florida Representative Randy Fine? Let Florida voters tend to the fine gentleman in Florida. And I don't want you to waste a single moment of your precious time on that one. You've got much bigger fish to fry. Hey, by the way, we see what you're trying to do, but deflecting from your district to his will not fix the mess in your own backyard. And you'd do wise to simply stay on the trail. Oh, and yeah, there's more. There's always more. As you may know by now, Border Czar Tom Homan, we've talked about this a couple of times right here. He says investigators are also looking into reports which suggest that Omar may have at one time kind of married her brother to enter the U.S. Now, if that's true, she could face prison time, a $250,000 fine, and even deportation. So to the illicitious one, Ilhan Omar, you've lost your way. Your fellow Minnesotans have abandoned their faith and trust in you. People all over the country are hugely displeased. We're on to you. And so, this guy, 47, yeah, you're on his radar as well. Now, Producer Davey, legit concern or a cheap shot at deflection? What are you thinking?
Well, Bill, I think it's a bit of both. Look, her job is to stick up for her constituents, and apparently that's what she's doing here, but she's got her hands full at home in Minnesota.
Yeah, this is kind of like a guy who drives around town in a stolen, beat-up, smog-polluting 83 Pontiac, one with bald tires and a cracked windshield, all while complaining about the other guy whose car, maybe not in great shape, has just a simple dented fender. Yeah, exactly. Don't worry about that dented fender. You got plenty to fix in your very own lane. And again, you got to stay on the trail.